What's up, guys? It's your boy Blue-Eyed Bard and
Brian-Eyed Belle. How y'all doing?
And today we're going to be talking about our conspiracy theory regarding Peppa Pig and Animal Farm. As a first quick disclaimer, we're going to let you know that our views and our theories regarding this subject in no way or shape or form reflect those of the creators of Peppa Pig or Animal Farm. We do not mean to say any defamatory remarks. We do not mean to say anything that may offend the creators, so please don't sue us. This is merely a theory in our own personal goofiness, so we hope you guys enjoy it. And let's get right into these theories. First off, let us go ahead and introduce you to the world of Peppa Pig and Animal Farm if you have not yet been introduced. Peppa Pig follows an anamorphic animal known as Peppa. She is a little girl, her brother named George, and she has a daddy and a mommy. And guess what they're called? Mommy and Daddy Pig. All right, she also has a grandmother. There's all kinds of characters in this episode. It goes through their everyday life following Peppa and George, and it's supposed to teach morals to children and social skills to children, and it does a great job at that. We love this series. It's great for children. Check it out if you haven't. You want to go ahead and tell them about Animal Farm?
I can. Animal Farm is a book about some animals on a farm that it starts out by them having meetings, talking about how they're unhappy and not satisfied with the way that their life is currently on the farm.
Being mistreated by the farmer or whatnot.
They're mistreated, and so eventually they have enough. This pig gives a really inspiring speech to rise up all of the other animals, and they go and get rid of the farmer.
Yes, they you know what I'm saying? And so they choose who they want to kill, and they choose who they do not, based on the way they've been treated, and they soon enact this idea of a utopian society in where there's no slavery because the animals felt as if they were being treated as slaves and they weren't being given proper payment for that. They decide one of their top rules is to not act like humans, to not be like humans, and to be different and to be better. These animals talk amongst each other. They eventually start to wear clothing, yada, yada, yada. And to get started with our 5 theories, we'll go ahead and list off these 5 theories for you, and then we'll go back and touch on them and why we think that Peppa Pig may be a continuation of the Animal Farm book. The first theory is the main characters. In both series, well, the book and Peppa Pig, the series, animated cartoon, is that it's a pig. The main character is a pig. We think that maybe the creators of Animal Farm made the main character a pig because pigs are smart. He gives this really inspiring speech, and pigs are supposed to be very similar to humans in different ways, you know, their intelligence, and I don't know. But maybe the creators of Peppa Pig were inspired to make Peppa the main character because of Animal Farm. At least that's our theory. The second bullet is
that they're both animalorphic animals. They both walk like humans, they both talk like humans, and they both wear clothes like we do.
Yes, they dress like humans. Our third theory is that the idea of a utopian society. If you watch Peppa Pig, it's like a utopian society. Everything's perfect, everyone's nice, everyone shares, there's never any bad things. They do hint at some bad things, maybe from the past where they did learn from the humans. But generally speaking, everything in Peppa Pig is very, very, very family friendly. It's a utopian society. And in Animal Farm, they strove not to be like humans, as we said. They strove, you know, eventually they started becoming like humans, and they started having the same flaws as humans, wearing clothes and, you know, having all these vices and whatnot. Our third theory takes us to the Queen in Peppa Pig. The only humans in all of Peppa Pig is a queen, and
Santa Claus. In the few episodes we see him.
yes, and Santa Claus. So the only humans in Peppa Pig has us maybe thinking that the queen is someone they left alive, you know, picking and choosing who to leave alive and who to kill. The animals start running the farm in Animal Farm in order to hide the fact that they've taken over. I never read the full book, so I'm not sure if the animals do take over the whole world or not, like in Peppa Pig, or maybe that's just the beginning of them taking over the whole world, and Peppa Pig is the continuation where they have taken over the whole world and only left a small amount of humans.
And now our 5th theory. You just said the 4th.
Oh, the 5th, yeah,
theory.
you go for it, go for it.
The 5th theory is actually concerning Grandpa Pig and Grandma Pig. In their backyard, in their little garden, well, they want to build a pond. So they have George and Peppa come over, and those Grandpa Pig George, and Peppa all start digging the pond. And as they're digging, they come across some artifacts. Grandpa Pig finds a gold coin, Peppa Pig finds a teacup, and George finds a bone. So Grandpa Pig says, well, let's take these to the museum and we'll have Mr. Rabbit, the museum curator, examine and tell us what a net worth is. Well, they go and they find out that these three are worth a ton of money. Know what Mr. Rabbit does? Puts them in the museum and tells them he can come and visit them.
Yes, and he does not allow them to dig anymore. He says, halt your digging and wait for the expert digger, which is Mr. Bull. Anytime anything needs digging up, it's Mr. Bull who does it, such as a road, things like that. And Mr. Bull in one episode does dig right outside of a china shop and goes into that china shop without breaking anything. Because in that episode, he broke his teapot and needed it repaired. Digging outside with construction, he was very careful not to break any more of the teapots inside of the china shop. Bull in a tea shop, bull in a china shop, whatever. But my point being, when the curator asks, well, what did you find? He said, nothing but rubble, broken pottery, the usual. That is a very clear pointer that they've done this kind of thing before. And maybe they halted the digging on their own property, I mind you. It was in Grandpa Pig's backyard where they were digging. They made him halt the digging process. That sounds a little unusual. And it was just rubble. Mr. Bull obviously destroyed what evidence of the human invasion there was so that no one would know about it. It's crazy, right? So, as we said, main characters are pigs in both series. They have this idea of a utopian society, just like in Animal Farm, they had this idea of a utopian society. And in Peppa Pig seems to be that utopian society implemented. The only humans are the queen. And in Animal Farm, they pick and choose who they want to leave alive based upon how they were treated in the past. Another bullet that I would like to mention is that they dress and act like humans in Peppa Pig, as well as Animal Farm. They begin to have the vices of the humans. They begin to have the problems of the humans. And so maybe they've implemented these strange rules. If you watch Peppa Pig, you'll see some odd things happen every now and then. Like, in instances when they were going to Tinyland and Mr. Bull lets them through when he's doing road construction to go see Tinyland because it's educational and important. Maybe they're brainwashing the youth to forget what had happened or to hide the fact that there was a takeover. And they stopped the police, or it was an ambulance.
It was the police, ambulance, and a fire truck.
And they didn't let them pass through. That's a little odd. So, like I said, things in Peppa Pig like that tend to happen. And we're thinking with our theory is that the reason why is because they're hiding. They're hiding this takeover. They're hiding the past. They want this utopian society to continue as much as possible. Do you have anything to add, my sweet, to your theory?
No. But I wonder if you guys have anything to add. Do you have more ways of proving this? Or do you have counterpoints? We would love for you guys to let us know. Just leave a comment down below.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed our video. We've had this idea for a long time. We haven't had much time to put it in video format. So, like I said, let us know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like, go ahead and subscribe. Eventually, Brown Eyed Belle, she's gonna have her own channel going. So, be on the lookout for that. And I've been thinking, I've got 25 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that support. I think I'm gonna start calling you guys the little bards.